Pakistan's worst floods in 80 years have killed hundreds of people and affected about 3 million others, with Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province being the worst hit. Chief Minister of the province called the flood the worst ever natural disaster in Pakistan's history, adding that it has pushed back the province's developments by almost 50 years. Flood waters have also swept away the largest Afghan refugees camp, killing more than 50 of camp residents. Located along the bank of the river and some 20 kilometers east of the capital city Peshawar, the camp at Azakhil housed tens of thousands of Afghan refugees in more than 15,000 mud houses.
The terrible flood has washed away everything, including our houses in the camp. We are now living on this road along the tracks. We found 3 dead bodies today. Many refugees in our camp have been killed in the flood.
The United Nations said around 980,000 people in all affected areas had lost their homes or had been forced to flee. And the UN World Food Programme said some 1.8 million needed food aid. Having lost almost all of their property, including their livestock, these refugees have to stay on roadsides and along the railway tracks in the hope of getting some aid. Refugees say nobody is willing to listen to their demands. They say following the calamity of the severe floods, not a single item of necessity has been provided to them yet. They allege that the government of Pakistan has ignored them in both rescue and relief works, as many days after the floods they are still doing the rescue work on their own. However, the government officials have time and again expressed that due to shortage of resources, the government has been unable to provide relief to those hundreds of thousands flood victims, and it has called on the UN for help in relief works. The government has been criticized for its handling of the floods. Analysts say it really lacks the resources to take on a disaster of this scale. They also say magnitude and nature of the catastrophe make any relief work, whether by the government or others, extremely difficult.
The flood swept away all of our belongings. Most of those killed were children. It has been days we are living under the open sky with no help from any side. We need tents, food, clean drinking water and medicine.
Only local people came to our help. We never saw any government official or deputies in these days of miseries. While our children are barefooted and sleeping on the open ground without any beddings.
Many of them, unable to get relief and a safe place to live, are forced to head towards their homeland, Afghanistan. Zahid Hussain, Press TV, Peshawar.